What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, friends, families, guys in the back of the school bus, guys at Chick-fil-A drive-through line, guys at McDonald's, guys at the bowling alley waiting for your turn. Anyhow, just wanted to dive into a hot topic here that is kind of bugging me a little bit. There's been a lot of adversity on the YouTubes and social media about, I guess, braid to leader combinations on spinner rods or even bait caster combos. Well, I'm going to stick to you on a couple line items, especially on spinner rods. I'm going to give you my pros, my cons, and kind of give you my opinion on it. I use on my spinning rod applications, I run the braid to leader application. Let me tell you why. Because the diversity of where I fish at, like I jump from, sometimes go from rivers one weekend, then the next week I'll go to like lakes, then back to a river, and then a lake or a private impoundment, whatever. So I think with my personal opinion, I think having braid to leader application works best for me, because what I can do is I can cut that leader off. So say if I'm throwing a jerk bait or a small finesse worm or something on 8-pound test, all right, and I want to go ahead and just cut that leader off and tie on a 16-pound leader if I'm fishing around, you know, a more shallower fishery like the river or whatever. I mean, I can do that, and I tie on a 4-foot leader, and there's no way I'm not even fishing 4 feet deep maximum. So I think it's a very iffy subject, and I tied the left cray knot, which it takes me, like, the wind can be blowing 20 miles an hour, and it would literally takes me a minute to tie that a leader. So if I need to retie, I'm to a point where I've retied a couple times during the day. I literally would take off a 4-foot piece of leader, cut it off, tie my left cray knot, and I got a brand new leader again, and continue going about my day. And it saves me so much time from having to re-spool rods, you know what I'm saying, using the braid to leader method. And to me personally, for the way I fish and my schedule, it's perfect. I've tried using straight fluorocarbon. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but the number one thing that I do not like about using straight fluoro is I get a lot of line twist, and it causes my I guess the line to twist up, especially if I'm fishing in a current situation. It creates a lot of line twist, and I think braid actually kind of subdues that a little bit, and it allows it's a little bit more forgiving. It doesn't knot up as bad, especially on a windy day when you get a lot of current. And that's just what I've done. And I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon. Trust me, I've experimented in both directions. And hands down, to me, my opinion for the way I fish is braid to leader application is best. Plus, I save a lot of money online. I'm not having to constantly re-spool my line on my spinning applications. I think I run 4 spinner rods. I don't really have a lot of them, and I haven't really changed the braid on them probably in the past year and a half. So, and the braid is stout. But anyhow, I run a 10-pound, maybe a 15-pound Power Pro slick, and then I just use a Sunline leader. I use all the leader all the way to 4-pound test, all the way to a 16, 18-pound test. And the knot, that left cray knot, the lefty cray, is a perfect knot. It's quick, easy, efficient. So, you know, it's just as strong. And I've caught some mega jumbos, you know, 8, 9, 10 pounders on that knot. So I have a lot of confidence in it versus trying to tie the Alberto and the uni knot and all those other leader knots that take forever to tie. I mean, I don't see how those guys can sit there and, you know, tie all those damn knots. It's just, this knot is very small, very strong knot. So anyhow, that's my opinion, guys, on the leader, the braid versus fluorocarbon. Again, There is an instance where I will throw straight fluorocarbon if I'm in a very, I'm fishing deeper in very clear water where I don't want my braid to be visible. And that does make a difference, especially when I'm up north. I mean, I may tie a 20-foot or 30-foot leader on there on my braid, just so, you know, that line, you know, I am kind of OCD about that, where having the line in the water and the fish can actually see it. Yes, I agree with that 100%. But when I'm fishing my wacky rigs or whatever, even a Ned rig in, you know, eight foot of water plus or minus and dark muddy water, I don't think the braid makes it matter. I could probably throw, you know, the Ned rig or the wacky rig on straight braid in the mud and do okay with it. So again, it's a player's preference. It's a preference off of how you fish, and you know, if you're able to have 15 spinner rods and you want to just, you know, tie them all, you know, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 pound test, fluorocarbon, straight fluorocarbon, hey, more money, more power to you. So again, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and that's just my thought on this. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. If I ruffled your feathers, I'm sorry. It's just what works best for me. So, and it works. I don't have any problems, and I do not break leaders off. So, all right, peace out to everybody. We'll see y'all on the flip side.